Arcana is a close combat mage. She uses various card attack, and whenever she fills up her identity gauge, she draws a random card from the pool. There are 12 different cards she can draw, and each have different buffs and attributes. Therefore, Arcana is one of the hardest class that requires many different decisions and each shorter counters. I do not recommend this class to people who do not prefer these kinds of complexity. But if you get experience and get used to everything, and naturally perform the strategies and mechanics accordingly, it is a very fun class. However, do think very carefully before choosing this class. It is very challenging. Before going into the skills, let's go over how our mechanic works. Arcana has yellow, blue, and red skills. Blue skills, stack skills, are weakened damage, but it provides stacks from 1 to 4 to the enemy. When enemies are stacked into 4, you can utilize your red skills, Lewin skills, to activate the stack. Red skills, your Lewin skills, are your main DPS at max stacks. It is important to rotate your stack skills, the blue skills, to stack as quick as you can. If you look at the example here, you utilize the blue skills for your stacks. Enemy glows purple if they have full 4 stacks. This means they're vulnerable for full red skill damage. As for yellow skills are utility based. It's a normal skill that provides identity gauge gains for your future card draws. She also has something called Return, a very important yellow synergy skill that provides 10% additional crit rate for your party. You need to make sure you always use this Return skill before activating your red skill to have the additional crit rate and damage. Majority of the Arcanas use 2 yellow, 3 blue, and 3 red skills in her kit. Talking about the identity gauge in detail, Arcana has total 12 cards, which is drawn when she fills up her identity gauge through her yellow skills. You can hold up to 2 cards, and each 12 cards have unique attributes. New Arcana players tend to get overwhelmed by this. However, for newbie Arcanas, just remember these important cards. For Wheel of Fate, you have a chance to increase your skill damage by 40% or don't increase any damage at all for 4 seconds. As for Balance, for 30 seconds, you get 1 additional stack, which is really good for your blue skills. As for Eliminate, which is one of the best cards, every skill that you land on one enemy will have a 100% crit rate and 50% crit damage. As for Judgment, for 4 seconds, all your red skills will do 4 stack damage regardless of what stacks you have. Arcana's engravings are a little on the weird side. Besides the general DPS engravings people go, like Grudge, Curse Stall, Arcana uses Hitmaster and Barricade. However, Arcanas do not have a shield, so they would either need to be shielded by supports or use a protection rune, which the rune grants shield when the ability is activated. The reason why Arcanas do this because they have no other DPS engraving options to utilize. She cannot use Keen Blunt due to her skills and identity cards having crit damage increase. She cannot use engravings like Raid Captain and increase mass either because she does not go swiftness. So they utilize 3 protection runes on all their red skills to maximize efficiency of the damage engravings. However, there are no 3 protection runes right now. Maybe Global Server will have all the protection rune when Arcana is released, but if it doesn't, it is advisable to go Hitmaster first. Hitmaster only provides damages that are not back or head attacks. Some of Arcana's skills are back and head attacks, but the red stack damage is considered non-head back attacks, so it's one of the best slotted engraving. As for class engraving Empress's Grace, it gives additional 20% damage to stack damage, but at level 2 it only gives 25 and 30% at level 3. So it isn't as efficient utilizing all the diamond nodes. You can go to level 3, but utilizing other damage engraving is also recommended while keeping the class engraving at level 1. Therefore, Arcana does not really have much of a choice in engraving, so the final build is always Grudge, Curse Doll, Hitmaster, Barricade, Adrenaline, and Empress's Grace at level 1. As for the combat stats for this character, you would need to go a lot of spec and then have some support on crit because she lacks a lot of crit percentage. So this wraps up the video. This is definitely an RNG interesting class, but the complexity is going to be very tough for you. So unless you're really passionate about this class, I don't quite recommend it, but it is good to try it out and to see how it works. As always, thanks again guys. Bye!